Weapons, my friend. We've won.
Who are you? It doesn't matter, the Hand of Morkel is mine. Once I find it, which is harder than I thought. That's why you're here, isn't it? She... what? Why? My what? Does she even listen to me? She never listens. Honor of the clan, I say. You'll find someone soon, she says. All right. She sent you here to help? Good. Help me find Morkelden. The long-lost home of Morkel clan. The old poems say it was buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. See the statues? Morkel's stonework and very old. Morkelden has to be nearby, but well, maybe you can find the way in. The old poems of Morkelden's founding mention a heroic trio who rebuffed Winter's grasp and found haven beneath. Maybe they saved the clan from a tunnel collapse. Oh, there's some writing at the base of the statues. Couldn't make sense of it. Buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. The statues must reveal the way inside. I think there's an order to lighting the braziers, but I can't get it to work. That's it! The Hand of Morkel. It's in some sort of... What is that, a display? It's nestled in there tight. Of course we can't just take it. The Hand of Morkel is held in something called the... I think it said Heart Forge? Also, endless breath and untold rage lets purest heart release the hand. Poets. We need to rekindle the forge. Endless breath has to mean bellows, and untold rage is... a furnace? Morkel clan prefers simple solutions that last. Look for switches or some kind of mechanism. We'll see what happens with... father is Morkel's chief. My blood must work. Just a quick slash of the knife. Look! It's opening! Like a hand. Opening. Oh. Oh no. The hand of Morkel isn't our forge hammer. It's the cage around it. And if my clan's old word for heart also means blood, then this wasn't our heart forge. It was our... My mother says we're the best smiths in Hrothgar because we put heart in the steel. Whose heart? Whose blood? Morkel clan. You're right. The old poems aren't about honor we lost when we left Morkelden. It's honor gained for burying our greatest shame beneath a mountain of ice. And a warning to stay away from the hand of Morkel, which... well, not without blood magic. But I can't just leave it here. It's our heritage. I'll bring it back to the stronghold, but what then? What do I tell my clan? You're right. You forge a better blade by studying your past mistakes. I can't keep this from my clan. Perhaps there's... Morkelden doesn't require the blood of our enemies. That's just how it was misused. Maybe the blood of frostbite spiders is enough. I heard a rumbling when you rekindled the forge. Maybe another way out. Anything to avoid those ogres. This is close to Orsinium. Useful if we ever need to return to the Heart Forge. Meet me at Morkel's stronghold? Stand by my side as I address the clan.
Is that your ally, Ashaka? Quiet! Ashaka speaks on a matter concerning the clan.
Morkel clan, our search is over. Today, we are whole once more. No longer shall we live in our ancestors' shadow. There is power in our blood, and at last, we reclaim it! Behold, the hand of Morkel! And beneath the mountains, the great forge of Morkelden is rekindled! It is a new era for Morkel. A new era for orcs.
Prepare yourselves, my clan. Soon we march to Orsinium. We shall build it anew.
The news of the Blood Forge brings strife, but I will not allow us to look away. Now, I name you Bloodkin to Morkel clan. Last thing I'll do before heading to Orsinium. The king needs a clan who can work its great forge.
Kurag's outsider. Sure, why not?
Orc merchandise.
A little bird spoke to me outside the inn. Said the Reachman's leader was dead.
Morkel wares are now at the forge. Now I see people willing to spend. Do you not agree? Help me.
The city's construction has begun. So far, things are coming along nicely.
How am I? Back in the saddle.
should have been at my husband's side. He'd still be... Well, look upon my husband and weep. Perhaps a new chief will deal with Kurog's latest.
Rotten luck, Chief. Rotten luck. Don't see many new faces at Chatul Range. Are only dying. No amount of healing magic can... We know which giant smashed the Chief. I have a few words to say to Chief Ogzor's mother. I'll meet you where Urkael the Cleaver's tracks begin. Don't know why we call him that. He carries a club. I don't really know. Most giants are surly enough. You're right. Only made it 100 paces before it slammed into a tree. Took half a day to saw that bloody... Most of Chatul's... Truth is, everyone's afraid. The chief kept... You want me to quote the Code of Malekith? Go on about vengeance and grudges? Someone whose actions speak loudest. Someone like Chief Ogzor. Yes, I want to be chief. Contenders for chief fight it out in the Bloody Knoll. It's our shrine to Malekith. Well, of course. That's how it's always been. She'd face constant challenge. Whispers be... We travel where the Achater travel. All right, let's find Urkael the Cleaver. Is that a track? It's... No, sorry. It's just some melted snow. Are we lost? It feels like we're lost. I'll just muffle you. Should I be quiet? Don't want to disturb your tracking. I'll be quiet. Yazara! Guess she's out. Listen, we both know you're the one who avenged the chief. Happy I could land a few good smacks. That's up to the clan. I'm only doing it because Chatul needs a chief. Can't say I enjoy... Small clan. Our stronghold let Shatul camp there in the summers. In return for... Ashruka refused to be traded like the choicest pick of Echater. She chose exile rather than marry me. A month later, don't really know. No. I've always respected how Ashruka held her ground, and I wasn't too keen on the match. I'd known her since she was a child. Never. Chief Ogzor knew It was my own fault. I was more full of pride than sense back then. Shatul warned us of Reachmen they'd seen, prowling through the hills. I thought Chief Ogzor was trying... Listen, we both know you're the one... That's up to small clan. Ashruka refused to be traded. It was my own fault. Chief Ogzor's mother. Shatul's wise woman, though she hates it when we call her that. Yazara, look! I cut this off her Kale the Cleaver. My friend here struck the killing blow.
Impressive, Larig. Why don't you show the others?
Sound advice, as always.
Come closer. We should speak. You avenged my son. I will not forget what you did for Shatul today. Nor will the clan. If Shatul is to survive, there must be a new chief. Larig is one contender. The other, Ogesh, returned from Orsinium shortly after my son's injury. He declared himself a contender, but I'm not sure. Shatul needs a chief who looks out for the clan before himself. We have no walls to hide behind, only our wits and our skill. I sent him after Scamper, our laziest Echater. Ogesh can explain the task. He's never been talkative, but see what you can learn as you aid each other.
Who are you? I don't need your help. Alright, let's finish this so I can get... Yazara asked for a snow truffle. This lazy beast can sniff it out. But it's a two-person job. I can't keep Scamper and hunt for a snow... No clue. A potion, maybe? You scout ahead, find a truffle. Scamper will sniff the patch. If there's a snow truffle, he'll dig it up. Scamper is fast asleep. Give him a good... Near boulders or trees. Lots of them between here and Shatul. It's why they camp here in the winter. I lived in Orsinium for years. Sometimes I forget Shatul is home. Nothing in this patch. I think he found one. Scamper earned some sleep. Let's get back to Shatul. Get that snow truffle to you. I think you found one.
Did you find Ogesh? Good. Give it here. Olgesh passed my test. Scamper has always required 2 people to wrangle. For Olgesh to send you back with the snow truffle tells me he learned to master his temper. He'd have tried to kill you, but you slew Urkael the Cleaver. I expect Olgesh would now... Lorig and Olgesh are the only clear contenders for chief. They must enter the Bloody Knoll and duel beneath the stern gaze of Malakath. The one who emerges shall be the new chief of Shatul. I have not forgotten what you did for us. On behalf of Shatul, I name you Bloodkin. You shall always have a place among us. I already sent Lorig to the Bloody Knoll. Olgesh should be at his tent. And thank you for the snow truffle, Bloodkin. It was my son's favorite food. His hearthwife. She has dozens of recipes. He loved them all. He won't be able... The poison I shall feed the husk that remains of his body.
Over here. We need to talk. You looked different from inside Olgesh's helmet. What? What did you know? Yes, You're right. How did you know it was me? I see. You seem to know much about me, Snow Truffle. But not everything. A merchant friend keeps me informed of Shatul. When she brought word of my father's injuries, I had to return and contend for chief. Shatul must survive. As an exile, I'm not allowed to enter Shatul. But Olgesh is no exile. I traded him a new set of armor for his old, then returned to my clan. My own grandmother couldn't tell the difference. The real Olgesh has a squeak in his voice. One day he paid Morkel's forge wife to make him sound like an ogre. He always wore the helmet everywhere he went. It still smells like sweaty breeches and onions. Have you been to Orsinium? The king hammers away at traditions which keep orcs locked in squalid strongholds. He tempers us, forges us into something new, something better. I will become chief of Shatul, and in a decade, some won't. They may challenge me, and I'll have to kill them. But when any other clan clucks about the Code of Malakath, Shatul will band together as we always do. I think we'll get rich off the Malakath zealots. That will make the king happy. And if he asks me to be his chief wife, I'll decline. But I'll offer him the chance to be... Lorig is a fine warrior, better than my father. But that's the problem. He never challenged my father. He's like an Achater bull that refuses to mate no matter how much ginger pulp you feed him. I haven't thought about that in years. He was always Uncle Lorig to me. Taught me how to play chop. Always called me Little One, even when I was nearly his height. I looked up to him. Then Father insisted I become his hunt wife. Lorig's heart was never in the match, but refusing would have led to a feud. Father was insufferable. A chief's daughter must bear the clan's burdens. But children are a burden I don't ever plan to bear. Not for the clan, not for anyone. Now I head to the Bloody Knoll. There I will kill Lorig and become chief of Shatul. For this to work, my grandmother must know my intentions. Inform her. And I swear upon my mother's memory, I will repay the favor when I am chief. Gladly. Tell her the truth. I don't care if she approves. She will need to prepare the clan for my success. If Malakath disapproves, he can strike me down in the Bloody Knoll. But Shatul must...
My son, Chief Ogzor is dead. Lorig waits at the Bloody Knoll. Is Olgesh on his way? What? Ushruka was exiled from Shatul. I would never allow her to contend for Chief. That foolish girl. We're a traditional clan. Shatul will never accept an exiled woman as Chief. Had she become Lorig's huntwife as my son wanted, Shatul would have stayed for the wedding. We would have been there when the Reach attacked Lorig's clan. Her selfishness led to their destruction. A chief who lost his entire clan to raiders from the Reach? He refused to challenge my son, to give him an honorable death under Malakath's gaze, because of friendship. No matter his prowess in battle, he is soft in the heart. Take this ritual blade. It is flawed at its core, just like Lorig and Ushruka. Replace the blade of the weakest contender. Fair. I just watched my son die. None of this is fair. The flawed blade is a test. A weak contender who survives despite this setback deserves to become Chief of Shatul. When the blade fails, the weakest contender will most assuredly die. If she... Go, there is little time. Malakath favor the victor.
Ashruka? You have to go. If Ulgesh sees you, he'll kill you.
Ulgesh is in Orsinium. He sold me his armor before I came to Shatul.
No. What have you done?
Shatul must survive. Don't hold back, Lorig.
Malakath favor the victor. Goodbye, little one.
You've returned. Who is the new chief? I see. Our clan will believe Malakath favors the loyalty Lorig showed my son. They'll accept his victory, for now. I shall advise him, if he elects. You alone emerged from the Bloody Knoll. Did you pray to Malakath for your victory?
I needed no prayers, only my strength.
Then go forth, my chief, and receive your clan. Shatul, I present your new chief.
Chief Ogzor was good for Shatul. Though Ushruka fell by my hand in the Bloody Knoll, I vow to lead by her father's example. I lost my best friend. Then I killed his daughter. The woman I was once supposed to marry. When it rains, it pours. But right now... You? Of course you have my support. You've done much for Shatul. And...
This is not justice. Back in the saddle.
What was I thinking coming here? I never should have left all of that.
And my champion returns. Still alive, and with most of your vital body parts intact. My shield wives owe me. I told them not to bet against me. But enough of that. Were you successful? Are the clan chiefs going to attend the moot? Perfect! You've done me a great service, my friend. The moot will be remembered as the turning point for Hrothgar. The day when all the clans united under the rule of a strong and visionary king. A new golden age for the Orsimer begins here. Now, why, we prepare for the moot, of course. It will be packed. clan chiefs from the farthest reaches of Hrothgar will come together to finally accept my vision for the future. This is how a kingdom is born. Too bad Bosrog is going to miss it. Don't worry about Bosrog. He hasn't been seen since the attack on the temple. He's probably gone so deep into hiding or run so far away that we'll never see that traitor again. Why should I be? You're concerned enough for both of us. But come on, you're worse than my shield wives. Have a drink. Have the whole damn keg if you want. And take this for services rendered. Now, all we have to do...
Hello! I've been looking all over the city for you. I had the hardest time finding you. Looked all over the city, even got lost once or twice. I did find an adorable sweet shop, though. They had these wonderful tiny cakes that were absolutely right to business, huh? Not even a hi, good to see you. Fine, fine. Anyway, it's a rescue mission, but she said she wants to give you the details personally. After all, you did save her life. I can see it now. Oh, my savior. Let's retire to my private chambers so I can share the intimate details with you. Seriously, Solgra wants to keep this quiet. Said the situation was sensitive. She especially doesn't want the king to know. When I suggested asking the king... No, doesn't have a clue. That's what makes it so exciting. This is an honest-to-goodness secret mission. I always wanted to go on a secret mission. Besides, once you talk to Solgra, you'll understand. She explains things much better than I do. Have you seen my bow skills? I'm sure Solgra noticed and said to herself, I'll meet up with you later. Go see Solgra, but don't take too long. I hate this place. Nothing but dry bread and old turnips to eat.
The city is simply beautiful. It seems the king will leave a lasting legacy after all.
Thank you for responding so quickly to my summons, especially considering everything you've been doing to support. She can be rather exuberant, but I suppose the term is accurate. I debated with myself before deciding to ask the two of you for assistance. But in the end, there isn't anyone else I would trust. A shield wife from one of the clans sent me an urgent plea for help. It appears that the clan's chief has been taken captive by a fanatical group of... Yes, but it's not the same. The Vosh-Rak are Trinamak extremists who bend the sacred teachings to their own purposes. They've been gathering power and influence at an alarming rate. It will give the Orc traditionalists one more arrow to put in their quiver, and they won't use it only against us. King Korag and the Forge Mother have supported us. This will cripple their cause and turn everyone against... Go to Faren's stronghold and meet Everlee. Stop the Vosh-Rak and rescue the chief before it's too late. I just ask for your discretion in this matter. If the king finds out, he'll send an army, which will only result in more death and destruction. 2 things before you go. First, avoid bloodshed on your way into the stronghold. The captives won't be immediately harmed if the Vosh-Rak feels secure. Second, I'm not sure which chief was taken. The message I received was purposefully vague. Not much. They're rather secretive, keep to themselves. They apparently went... Well, they weren't here when I arrived in Orsinium. I wasn't aware of them, at any rate. Of course, we were dealing with... Our temple guides people to Trinamak and presents his teaching. Who can say what these extremists have in mind? I'm not privy to their ultimate goal. As with the attack on the temple, we don't want to give the captors a reason to act in haste. The longer they remain unaware of your presence, the better chance you'll have to locate and free the chief. I don't think so. At least not immediately. They're keeping the chief alive for a reason. I think they...
Stendarr keep me safe. And my coins in my purse. If these tremors in a...